Hello, everybody. Adam Bergman here, tax attorney and founder of IRA Financial. Welcome to episode 2 of the Self-Directed IRA tip of the week or story of the week. I like to call it. But today's topic will be leaving your job and maximizing your future 401k and IRA contributions. So I am going to start and give the fact pattern. This is a true case study of a client situation that I actually encountered, I think earlier this week. And we're going to talk about what the facts are and kind of the tax solutions I offered this individual. So here are the facts. We'll call this person, call him, Rob. Rob, because I don't want to use anyone's real name. Rob is over 50 and left a job at a large consulting firm and now wanted to kind of do his own thing. So he worked at multiple large accounting and consulting firms over the last 20 years, and he had around $650,000 in his 401k. So I got a hold of Rob. Rob and I had a nice conversation, and he said, "Okay, Adam, what can I do? I got $650,000 in a 401k. I'm leaving my job. I'm over 50. What's next?" So the first question I asked him is, "Rob, are you going to be self-employed?" He said, "Yeah, I'm going to have my own consulting gig." I said, "Will you have any employees?" He said, "No, it's just going to be me." So first thing, bang. "Okay, Rob, you need to have a solo 401k. He said, "What's a solo 401k? So, well, it's your own mini retirement plan that's going to let you put in $22,500 if you're under 50 or $30K if you're over 50, plus a profit sharing of 20% of your net Schedule C up to $73,500 since you're over 50. He goes, "Wait, I already maxed out my $30K at my job, right? We're sitting in November 2023. He goes, "It's pretty much maxed out. I think I'm at like 28 or 29. It's kind of maxed out. What are my options?" So I said, "Okay, that's an important fact. I'm happy you told me, Rob." So employee deferrals is per person. So whether you work at 1 or 15 jobs during the year, the most you can put away as an employee deferral is $30,000 for 2023. 24, the numbers are up to $30,500. So since Rob put in, let's say about 28, he'd have another $2,000 to do in his new plan. So I said, but you also can do profit sharing because you got, I'm assuming, a safe harbor match at your consulting business. And he said he wasn't sure if they did a safe harbor, but either way, I said, it doesn't matter because you now have the opportunity to put in whatever that difference of 30 minus the 28, so $2,000 into your new solo case adopted by your consulting practice. But you can also do 20% of your net Schedule C. Why? Because profit sharing is per business, not per individual. So I said, "Rob, how much do you think you're going to make the rest of the year?" He's like, "Well, it's only a couple months. I think like 60K because he has a couple contracts that he has to wrap up by the end of the year." And he said, "It's probably going to be like 60K. I said, "Okay." So we know you have 2K left over as an employee deferral you can do, pre-tax or Roth. I can then get you 20% of 60 as a deduction. So another 12,000. Okay. So now instead of paying tax on 60, he's paying tax on 12 minus 2 or 14 or $46,000. So right away he's saving some money. I go, "Rob, what else? Do you need that money?" So that extra cash if I gave you an opportunity to put that into a 401k and Roth, would that interest you, or do you need that money, to pay your mortgage or kids' education or whatever? It's like, "No, I think I'm good. I think I can take a bunch of that. Maybe I'll take 20 out of the 46. I'm happy to put that in a Roth because I was going to invest it anyways." I said, "Perfect." The solo 401k is something called a Megabackdoor Roth, where since you already put in 30 as the employee deferral, and you're going to do another 12 as a profit sharing, that's 42. You can do the difference between 73.5 and 42, which is 31,500 in a Megabackdoor Roth. You do not get a deduction for that contribution, but at least you're saving in a Roth. And why would you want to save in a Roth versus a personal taxable account? Well, all the income and gains from your Roth investments will flow back to the Roth 401k without tax, which is the name of the game. And since Rob, I think, was 52, I'm like, in 7 years, Rob, you can pull those funds out tax-free. So if Rob was 35, maybe I'd say, okay, maybe only put 10 in the Roth. Maybe you want to save the rest personal because you want a little bit of personal tax savings. So if you want to go on vacation or pay for, I don't know, something, health, bills, vacation, you got a little bit more of personal cash flow. But if you were cool with saving that in a Roth and you were okay not using that for another 7 or 8 years, then do the Megabackdoor Roth. So what have I just done? Rob came to me. He had no idea what he could do, right? He was going to take that extra $60K and just pay tax on it and just kind of spend it or save it. And this goes to the whole point of working with experts, tax planning, and understanding the rules, because knowledge is power. So what I've been able to help Rob is I said, okay, you only put in 28 out of the 30. So you have another $2,000 deduction. We'll do that in your solo K. We'll do 20% profit sharing of 60. That's another 12. So I saved him $14,000 in deductions. So instead of paying additional tax on the 60, he's going to pay tax on the 46. And that money's in a retirement plan that can grow tax deferred. Now, some of the extra money, he was going to put 20, I think, into the Megabackdoor Roth, into the solo K. So you don't get a deduction for that. But what's going to happen is that money is now going to be able to grow tax-free because it's in a Roth. Okay. So, and I said, on top of that, Rob, you can also do a Roth IRA. He said, well, I make like 300K, Adam. Are you sure I can do that? I said, sure. You can do what's called a backdoor Roth, where you make an after-tax IRA contribution and then convert it to Roth. I said, Rob, you have any other IRAs? He goes, no, I only maxed out my 401k for the last 20 or so years. I just did 401k contributions. I never did an IRA. I said, perfect. You can do another 7,500, which is the max numbers for 23. You can do 7,500 in a backdoor Roth IRA. So that's more savings you have in a Roth. All you got to do is wait till you're 59 and a half. The Roth has been open at least 5 years, and you can pull all those funds out tax-free. Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks have no requirement of distributions. You can pull those funds out. You can leave it to a spouse, leave it to a child, and they can pull the funds out when they need it tax-free. So the whole exciting part of these new video series is taking a fact pattern, taking a real life case study I encountered with a client, sharing it with you, which is, I think, more enjoyable than just kind of talking about IRS rules or summaries of tax court cases, and saying, look what I've done for Rob. Here's the situation. We all kind of move around. We all leave our job. If you are in a position where you leave your job, you have options. You can roll it over to an IRA, but in the case of Rob, he was going to be self-employed. So instead of rolling those funds into an IRA, I was going to set up a solo K for him through his sole proprietorship consulting business. The 650 would roll in tax-free into the solo K, which he can then do traditional investments. You can do alternative asset investments. You can borrow up to $50,000. He could have better asset or credit protection. Plus, that solo K is going to be a very valuable retirement vehicle for him because he's able to do the additional $2,000 deduction because he only put away 28 instead of the max 30 in his former employer 401k. He was able to do another 20% of 60. The 60,000 again was his compensation. He believes he's going to have as a sole proprietor for the rest of 23. It's another 12K. So I got him $14,000 of deductions. Now he's only paying tax on the 46, and now up to another 35,000 or so, because again, 73.5 minus the 40, minus the 30 plus the 12,000 profit sharing, which is 42. So 73.5 minus 42 is 31.5. He has up to 31.5 to do what's called a Megabackdoor Roth 401k. He ultimately only decided to do about 20. Not a tax deductible contribution, but at least it's in Roth. So whatever he decides to do in that Roth, whether it's stocks or gold or cryptos or real estate, whatever, invest in a startup, all the income and gains will generally flow back to that Roth tax-free. On top of that, I say, hey, you got some extra cash? let's do a backdoor Roth IRA, and you can put away another $7,500 in Roth, or up to $7,500, and you're just locking away more Roth. The whole idea is, hey, yeah, it's not tax deductible, the Roth, I get it, but if you're going to save in a Roth, because especially in Rob's case, he's over 50, he was 52, 7 years. Once you're 59 and a half and the Roth's been open 5 years, you have the ability to pull those funds out tax-free, which is super tax advantageous. You don't have to. You could let it roll and continue to generate tax-free returns in your Roth IRA or Roth 401k, but you have the flexibility and the liberty to just pull those funds out whenever you need them tax-free. So look, a little bit of tax planning, a little bit of expertise. Rob and I put our heads together based off his fact pattern. I was able to help him generate an extra $14,000 in deductions, put away at least $27,500 additional in a Roth, but he actually could have gone higher. If he wanted to max out his Roth, he could have gone all the way up to that difference between the 42 and the 73.5, another 31.5 plus another 7,500 in the backdoor Roth IRA. So almost another $45,000 in Roth if he wanted them. He ultimately only decided to do, the 20 plus the 7,500 in the Roth, but I gave him that opportunity. And that's the fun about this. That's what I love what I do. That's why I'm super excited about this weekly video series, because we're going to get to talk about real fact patterns. So if you have an interesting fact pattern, you can share them. You can email it to info@IRA Financial, or you can leave a question on this YouTube video or channel, or on any podcasts I do. This is a great channel. We generally drop 3 to 4 videos a week. We also broadcast our podcasts and we video them, so you can check them out on our channel. So if you are interested in learning more about self-directed retirement accounts, IRAs, 401ks, SEPs, Simples, HSAs, Coverdales, or just kind of explore the opportunities you have doing alternative asset investments using a retirement account, there's no better channel. I promise you. Put a lot of work and effort into it, and I think it's pretty good. I'm super proud of it, but I'm always striving to do better. That's why I love hearing from you. Feedback, good, bad, always appreciate it. And if you have questions, or you think you have an interesting fact pattern that you want me to discuss on a future self-directed IRA tip or story of the week, feel free to share it. I promise I won't use your name, and we all can kind of learn from each other. So there you go. Rob, appreciate you letting me discuss your fact pattern on the video. We had a really good discussion, and we had a lot of fun trying to solve your puzzle and coming up with a really valuable tax planning strategy, which I think we did. And hopefully you guys also found it useful, helpful, and you enjoyed the tip of the week. So thanks again for spending some time with me today. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and I'll see everyone again next week. Ciao, and take care.